Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once more updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the inside. Alright, we've just, well, not we, the Southeast Queensland has just experienced a major tropical cyclone Alfred, category 2, over the weekend, although it's been talked about for over a week. I think starting from last Monday, and the last Monday all the supermarkets has been empty by all the consumers and everybody just buying all the foods. But then they waited for a week until Saturday. Finally, the Cyclone Alfred arrived from the shore of Brisbane. I think they went through Moreton Bay area and all the way straight in, and there has been a devastation, making Brisbane and Gold Coast and the northern part of New South Wales to become a third world country like. Now that drew me a major attention. I recall back in 2011 there was a flood, and also there was another one back in 2022. Now it's only 2025, 3 years later after 2022. So seems to be the extreme weather condition is getting exaggerated and more frequent. Now, how would a country and the suburban area and cities of Australia handle this type of weather in the coming future? It really raised a concern that how the government of Australia should really upgrade and improve its public infrastructures. Now let's have a look at what had actually been devastated in the region. So this news is back on Saturday, 8th of March. So today is Monday. There has been more than 300,000 properties experiencing power outage. I think the maximum that I have seen on the news this morning, they talk about 420,000 properties. Now, one property will probably have 2 or 3 or 4 people living there. If we just times by an average of 3 people living in the household, that would be about 1 million to 1.5 million. That's half of the population of Brisbane experiencing power outage. Now that is crazy. Now, haven't we just seen how the Chinese military navies or vessels are going through Australia and doing those live firing drills? Now, even without the militaries, the major capital city of Queensland is basically being taken down by this tropical cyclone. Now that's a real concern. Real concern, really. How would the nation and the state of Queensland continue to functions? That will still be under question mark, and the recovery requirement they said in this morning will require to be at least 2 weeks, hopefully sooner. Now that's another concern, because compared to what I'm currently residing in Taiwan. Now, Taiwan they frequently experiencing typhoon, which usually will be a category 2 or 3 or 4. Last year there has been numbers of typhoon going through Taiwan, and some of them went through Japan as well. And the recovery period after these devastation was only one or 3 days, compared to Australia 2 weeks. Now that's a concern. That is real concern. Now, how would that actually affect the policy and the nation to move forward in the future? I think it will be is questionable, and see how that really move on. But again, I think there's still rain going on and there's flood areas. So if you wanted to just Google Brisbane flood map, here we go. That will be the entire map for you to actually foresee where not to go. And this is just crazy. I mean, I've seen this back in 2011 and 2022, now 2025 again, flooded again. So it's a real concern that I believe that the either the city council, the state government, and the federal government should really think about something, especially the current Labour government. They're pushing through green energies. Obviously, the reason for green energies, they understand there's a climate change. But have they upgraded all the public infrastructures, housings and things for the past 10 to 15 years? Well, from what I've seen, probably not. The devastation is humongous. I just cannot believe after 10, 15 years, the entire city has been flooded just like how it used to be. And it's 2025 again. So I don't know what to say, but again, stay out of those flooded regions. Otherwise, check it out. This tropical cyclone has causing major issues on the beach side of the coast. The sands are gone. I'm not too sure how they're going to recover that. Now, a lot of the tourists go on the Gold Coast just to experience and the sandy beach. Now the sand's all gone. Look at that. How is that going to be recovered? I mean, getting the sands out from the seabed again? I'm not too sure how this could be recovered. You've never seen this before. So I think the government of Australia really need to think about how, as a nation, to actually tackle this extreme weather condition of the future. And I believe this kind of stuff will continue to circulate back to Australia as the whole global weather condition has changed. Now, that also drew me attention back to a couple weeks ago. I've done a video talking about the post-war migration trend. Why do I say that? A tropical cyclone Alfred, like Alfred, it's like wartime. Now, the problem is the economy and the population is just not enough to actually conduct a recovery phases. Now, that really draws a really concern if there is really a war coming up, especially we've been highly talked about after the three Navy military vessels from China circulated around Australia for the past few weeks. That really is a concern. Now, what if there is a real war conducted in the region? Then the responsive rate of Australia is a real concern. So let's just review back of how this history has taught us for Australia. This is from National Museum of Australia. As I said, post-war immigration drive. If you just scroll down, you can find this on the website straight away. If you just scroll down to here in the first paragraph with the topic, it says, populate or perish. Now, that's actually a very important statement. Now, how would Australia populate? Well, of course, there's only one way to do it, is through immigration. And then, obviously, they will need a very talented, skilled workers to come into Australia. That's include all type of engineers. If they really want to, improve and upgrade the public infrastructure, that will require a lot of new tech to actually be implemented in Australia, especially in the area of Brisbane. Now, thinking about 2032, the Olympic Brisbane coming up with all these devastations, again, that's going to cost a lot of money to actually get this recovered. So one thing that I believe there will be insurance company going under. Okay, a lot of houses require to be rebuilt and to be fixed, to be repaired, and plus there's a housing crisis going on. So I think who's going to become the next Prime Minister of Australia, we really need to think out of boxes, and they really need to start something. For example, for the National Innovation Visa, for the state of Queensland as a government agency to really think innovative, to provide something to inject capital investment into the state. Otherwise, how would this actually go? And what if another tropical cyclone come next year or the year after, or just right before the Olympic? You really need to think about this, isn't it? Anyway, if you have a question, query, more than welcome to leave a comment right down below. And I'll see you next video. Goodbye.